being honest with yourself is more important than you might realize. And unfortunately, sometimes we're not very honest with ourselves. Think about how many times you promised to do something or not do something, a promise to yourself, but you broke it. Or think about when you were assessing a situation or assessing a habit and you were less than honest with yourself. That can only hurt you. A good example is something that may be diet related. How many times could you have said to yourself that you could give up this food, this junk food, this bad for you food if you wanted to? You just don't want to. But you know what? 99% of the time, that's just a lie we tell ourselves, because deep down we know that there's a good chance we'll fail, and that fear of defeat leads us to cover up the truth. And it's so much easier to lie to yourself. You don't have to look anybody else in the eye. You just lie to yourself and it's over. It's done. No consequences that you can feel right there and then. Or how many people say that they can quit smoking anytime they want to. They just don't want to. Well, that's kind of hard to believe. In reality, if they truly tried to quit, I think they would have a much harder time than they lie to themselves to believe. What's so enjoyable about smoking, for example? Just take that one example. It costs a lot of money. It stains your teeth. You smell that awful. What's good about it? What keeps you smoking? It's an addiction. It's a serious, serious addiction. So to say to yourself, I can quit at any time, I just don't want to, it's nothing other than you lying to yourself. So these are just a couple of examples. You could probably come up with something in your own life, but I want you to pay attention to that, because it's so easy to lie to yourself, because again, you're not looking anybody else in the eye, having to be honest or having them hold you accountable or point out the lie to you, call you out on it. But lying to yourself can cause so much damage to you, both in the long and short term. So I really want you to resolve to stop lying to yourself and be honest with yourself about whatever it is in your life where you may have lied to yourself in the past. Give yourself that gift. Do this for yourself. It's not serving you to lie to yourself. You may have to do your work. You may have to do some tough things. You may have to come to realization of some difficult things. But in the end, honor yourself enough to be honest with yourself.